Come on now, we're going to have a ball today. Love is so steady. I got an awesome show planned for you today, so make it do what it do. I'm excited by coming before you. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, and I'm excited because God has blessed us one more time to come and talk about love. It's the Love Cafe. The Love Cafe is a real love talk show that soothes your love appetite. We're aired on WVSW Radio, the number one internet station. Our title for today is How Can Love Be Dangerous? The website, if you want to check us out, is WVSW Radio, the internet station 23.wit.com. You can join me as a host by going to www.riverside.com. The link to check us out is riverside.com/studio/WVSW-radio-internet. If you want to share your opinion, you have that opportunity to share your opinion by taking an opportunity to join us on several different sites. And as I keep getting a call in here, we're going to just go kind of more or less decline this person's call. And hopefully they will understand that we're on a show right now and we truly can't do anything, but it has resumed recording, so that's a great thing about it. I'm excited because when you can check us out and share your opinion, we're interactive, and in your opinion, your story, your examples, you can do that live with me by going to Facebook, Big O Live, TikTok at Dr. L. D'Alberto Smith. Also, the second Facebook channel is Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville. We have Podbean, the Smith Way Enterprises, StudioRadio.co, which is WVSW Radio, the internet station 23, Super Live, which is WVSW Internet Radio, Tango.com/WVSW-radio-14059, Twit at Dr. L. D'Alberto 2017. We had two YouTube live channels. Well, I'm saying we actually have, two. We have two, which is at Dr. Lorenzo D'Alberto Smith and also the Smith Way Enterprises. If you want to check out on-demand episode, you're having the opportunity to join us by going to podservefm.com, and you will get a chance to check out all our on-demand episodes by typing in WVSW Radio. You can go to Alexis, Apple Podcasts, Edge, Google Plus, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Pod Paradise, Snitchers, Pandora, Spotify, and Amazon Podcasts. Again, podservefm.com. WVSW Radio, the number one internet station, has listeners and watchers in 61 countries and on 6 continents. We're interactive. We want you to be a part of it. You can check us out as you're doing now on one of the social media sites. If you get any comments, type in your comment. We want you to hit that like button. I need the like button right now. I appreciate it. If you want to put it at a heart, if you wanted to also monetize with it, you have an opportunity on that social media site to monetize with us. I thank you so much. The many individuals join us. Manna, thank you so much. KP, Baron, thank you for jumping in. Monique, we have Molly joining us as well. You have San New ASA. Thank you so much. Telgar, it says. Also, if you want to be a part of our giveaway, where we give away prizes as well as money. And the prizes that we're giving away is, we're getting such a bad kickback on this, but that's all right. We're going to make it do what it do. Matter of fact, I think it's my device right here that's causing the problem. But we good. We're going to make it do what it do. If you want to sow a seed with us, you can also hit the like button. But on our giveaway, send us your name along with some mean of transaction to mean that we're going to send you money. We're not asking you for anything. So we're available through Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle at Lorenzo D. Smith 15@gmail.com. Also, if you want to monetize with us, you can go to the social media site you're on, purchase one of those badges, whatever there is available. It'll be it'll just truly a blessing if you can do that. You can go to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Big O Live, Riverside, Podbean, Bar Paradise, Superline, Tango, Twit, and YouTube. Thank you so much for your support. Today's title, as I mentioned earlier, is How Can Love Be Dangerous? I want you to think about how can love be dangerous? And before we begin to answer that question, we want to kind of get into our monologue that comes along with talking about the Love Cafe. See, the Love Cafe is in acronyms: the L, the O, the V, and the E. The Love Cafe is the real love talk show, as I said earlier, that soothes your appetite. And the reason why we wanted to focus on the Love Cafe, because there are what we call tiers when you're dealing in a relationship. So the Love Cafe menu includes an appetizer / starter, which is lust. That's the lust that you have when you first put your eyes on someone. You know, you might get googly eyes or something turned inside of you, but that don't mean that's the person you just going to go after. You just, it's the lust. The entree of this cafe is the attraction. That is whatever you ordered. And it is what is on the entree that you really said, this is what I want to try now. So that's the attraction. The dessert is the attachment. See, so that after you had your starter, appetizer, your lust, after you had moved forward with your entree, which is your attraction, then you move to your dessert, which is an attachment, to put all three of those together. Then the final, what we call, we're going to come at the end, the tail dog in some situation, the last aspects of it, and that's the beverage. You get it first, but you have to drink something as you close out the other three part of the menu. This is the awakening. So the Love Cafe is all about finding the lust that may be there inside of you, the attraction, the attachment, and the awakening. The acronym for love means, as we take the L, is listening. You have to be an active listener. You got to have the skill, loyal. Are you loyal, committed, love, learning, willing to learn, laughter, longing, mean you're going to make sure you expedite and move forward, or over a period of time, you're going to long for that relationship. Likability. So if you have likability, are you likable? Ask yourself that. Look in the mirror and say, am I likable? Then you go out and you check out and see that people, you can determine whether you're likable. Some people are just not likable. They don't have that good disposition about themselves. The Love Cafe is bringing those things out to allow you to actually address the title here, which is How Can Love Be Dangerous? And it can be dangerous in many ways, and we're going to talk about it. The other L is lovable, lavish. The O is overcoming, asserting, open-minded, oneness, open-heartedness, overjoy, overlooking faults. The V is value. We must have values and we must have beliefs. Our values must understand what's valuable to us. And we have to make sure if we're stepping into the Love Cafe, or stepping out there on love, or stepping into a relationship where you're going to use these areas of the menu to allow you to be successful. Value. What is your value? Vulnerable. Are you vulnerable? Are you willing to be vulnerable? You really can't find that relationship that allows you to have that commitment and the long lasting until you are able to allow your inner self to be vulnerable so you can grow from there. Do a shout out to Wigs and Boutique. Wigs, Boutique, and Skincare. Thank you so much for joining us. It's good to have you in here. Also, as you move into the V, you have vision. We always talk about that person don't have vision. But the ideal is, are you really, really saying that because that person may not fit in your area of the vision that you have for the relationship? truly we need to make sure we understand that people may have a vision, but that a vision doesn't include you. Everybody you meet is not for you. Everybody you run across and you say a friend is not really a friend. You have to understand and have that ideal and that understanding of what is a friend. What is a strong relationship? You need to understand that the cafe give you the kickoff for understanding what soothes your appetite. You need to know that. You have validation. Can you validate others, or are you able to validate yourself? Viability. Vibrant, excited, willing to put the work in. Vigorous, don't give up. If you want to understand what love is, you have to be vigorous. You have to have a voice and make sure your voice is heard in a relationship. Communication is key to the success of a relationship. Well, I listen to a lot of content people, creators, if you want to say, and they talk about, when they're talking about a relationship, and one of the questions they ask is that, what do you want? A voice is able to tell people what you want. What do you want out of that relationship? You have to ask yourself that. What do I want? Then what do I need? See, we seek desires more than we need. In a relationship where love can be dangerous, you need to make sure you seek what you need, not your desires. Virtuous. It's the last V in this situation of the love, acronym of the love cafe. The E, effort. How much effort you're going to put into it to make sure the relationship is strong or connected. Ken Essett, your realtor, thank you so much for joining us. Everything. The cafe is all about, the Love Cafe menu is about everything. It's about life. It's about everlasting. Excitement. Easy to love. Easy going. Extravagant. Elegant. Are you elegant? Empathetic. Enchantment or enchanting. Exquisite and endearing. See, all of the acronyms dealing of LOVE in the Love Cafe adds up to empowerment or patience. They go together. You are empowered because you have patience. So as we move forward, we want to take a look truly at some things that kind of help us understand our title, which is can we as an individual, how can love be dangerous? By being in love, is it dangerous? Let's change around. The question I asked to start this off was, how can love be dangerous? I want you to think about that as we focus on a couple topics that'll kind of give some clarity where we're moving. So we have to first understand, as the title said, can love be, or how can love be dangerous? Let's look at the danger of love. What is the meaning of that? What does that mean to you, Moya, Armanda? What does that mean to you? Danger of love. I would say it refers to the potential negative psychological and emotional consequences, which are to your well-beings. If you're not mature psychologically, if you're not healthy psychological, if you're not healthy emotionally, if you're not mature, the consequences of The danger of love will stand out more than any other situation. It arises from romantic relationship, the psychological and emotional consequences, which is the danger of falling in love or in love with someone. We have anxiety and fear. We're talking about the danger of love. Love can lead to feelings of anxiety, such as the fear of abandonment and rejection, which can lead or can affect mental health and self-esteem. Just think about it. There's three well-being that we should be mature in enough so we can have a successful relationship. But because we lack the ability to understand that we're in danger of love. When you talk about the fear of abandonment, a lot of us bring that from childhood. The fear of rejection. All of this can affect your mental health and your self-esteem. Obsession and dependency. Exceeding reliance on partners can create emotional dependency, leading to mood swings and a loss of personal identity. That's what obsession and dependency does for you, because you rely, you excessively relying on others to bring the joy, the peace, the love, and the happiness in your life. Pathological obsession. See, in some cases, love can turn into pathological obsession, where individuals may engage in controlling behavior or even violence. Pathological obsession. Gotta be careful. Those individuals may start off, and I always said people they try to control or manipulate you. And there are some people out there that are with good intentions, but there are some people out there in our modern day is blind to pathological obsession. So you have to kind of be careful about people. See, one of the things that's missing when we're dealing with the danger of love is that we lack the ability to vet those people that you have interest in. This leads us to the cultural themes about the danger of love. There's a song, the song Danger of Love, about loudness, by loudness, explores themes of vulnerability and risks associated with love, highlighting internal struggles of individuals who fear emotional connection. Have you just listened to a lot of people? Because a lot of times people come on the internet and talk about their relationship, their past relationship. And the first thing would come out, a lot of women out is emotional. Men lack that emotional. The man they were with lack emotional connection. Because every man can't be put in that category. And we cannot continue to do that. That's like we're talking about the cafe. We're talking about all the various acronyms of love, and that some touch some and some touch none. So we can't put everybody in there. So everybody is crucial for maintaining mental well-being and fostering healthier relationships. So let's look at the play when you're talking about the danger of love, the psychological well-being, the emotional well-being, the mental well-being, the health, which is physical well-being, the emotional well-being. All of this come into play. So that's why you need to know, what does the danger of love mean? You have to know that to be successful. This is WVSW Radio. I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, and our show today is the Love Cafe, and we're glad to be here. The focus is, how can love be dangerous? And we're going to share some types of love that is actually dangerous. Arlene Towns Mars, thank you so much for joining us. AJ Smith, Z5. All right, my Sarah. Thank you so much. AJ Smith, joining us. Jensen T, thank you so much for joining us. Excited. Stacy, thank you for jumping in here and sharing. Who is there? Jaquez, thank you so much for joining us. Molly, thank you. She's sharing some information, just sharing with us through TikTok Live. All right, let's look at the actual types of love that's dangerous. See, love is often celebrated as one of the most enriching human experience. Yet not all forms of love lead to positive outcome. There's some negative outcome. Some types of love, when taken to the extreme. Have you been around someone that's taken love to the extreme, threatening you like, I can't live without you, telling you you won't ever be happy. I'm always going to be there, to turn around every corner, you're looking for me. So the thing about, that's a dangerous situation. So you have to understand the various types. You might have experienced but not realize there are some names for them, and make sure you understand that. See, we have to be able to understand and explore the 6 forms of love despite their passionate nature. Love should be passionate, but it can pose serious risk to the emotional well-being. Understand the dangers of these types of love can help you navigate relationship more wisely. First, we have the overwhelming passion. Eros represent intense romantic and sexual activity that can border on obsession. Then you have obsessed love. Manic. It is characterized by an overwhelming and obsessed fixation on another person. Talking about the forms of love. For example, when you're talking about obsessed love, you're talking about jealousy, dependency, and insensitive need to be reassured. The emotional high and low type of manic love can create a turbulent relationship environment. It becomes intense. It leads to controlling behavior. Agape, self-satisfying love. Agape is often held as the highest form of love, marked by selfishness, and unconditioned care. However, you have to kind of be careful when taking or when going to the extreme. Self-sacrifice can lead to the negative of one's own need. trying to self-satisfy yourself, over committing to the other at the expense of self-care may result in burnout and resentment. It is crucial to maintain a balance between caring for others and preserving your own well-being. See, healthy love should uplift both parties, not diminish one sense of self. Ophelia, falling in love too quick. Is too quick. Falling in love too quick refers to the tendency to fall in love rapidly and frequently, often without adequate discernment, vetting, acting on impulse. The lust in the love cafe. The lust in the love cafe. See, the impulsive approach can lead to repeated heartbreaks and exposure to toxic dynamic. See, individuals with the ideal of falling in love too quick may overlook red flags. In their rush, they're in a hurry to embrace a new relationship. Take time. Take time to build a connection, allow a better assessment of compatibility. Obsession, infatuation, lust. Called Lamartine. Lamartine is marked by an intense, involuntary infatuation characterized by obsessive thoughts and fantasizing about another person. Obsessive infatuation. See, unlike genuine love, obsessive infatuation distort reality and idealize the object of affection to an unhealthy degree. Be able to identify also codependent love. Codependent love involves an imbalanced dynamic where one partner sacrifices their own needs to support the other's dysfunctional behavior. Codependent love relates to dysfunctional behavior. There's reasons why romantic love can be dangerous. Thank you for the hearts, AJ. Thank you so much. See, regardless of your age, romantic love activates your inner adolescence. See, romantic love is typically the most exciting experience, romantic love, you can ever have. What could be more thrilling than romantic love? More gratifying romantic love. Or more chemically rewarding romantic love. Still many dangers linked to this love. it frequently culminates in disappointment, romantic love, hurt, regrets, or at its worst, despair. Here's some 10 examples of its negative, meaning romantic love, negative potential. Number one, by altering your consciousness, love can lead you to feel and act off balance. The description phrase, falling in love, a head over heel in love, testify to how easy the euphoria state can trip you up. It can have you behave lopsidedly to a situation that realistically hardly warrants such a reaction. That's your first one, by altering your consciousness. The second one is when powerful feelings about your beloved not only dim your clear sightness, but also what your friends and your relatives may be telling you. Because of the powerful feelings you have, you don't listen to relatives, you don't listen to friends. See, you didn't bet well, you just have that feeling of excitement. The feeling of, feeling good is powerful. But your friends and family is telling you, you need to take a step back. You need to hold up just a minute. But you don't want to hold up because you think you know. Because that part of you, the lust in you, and got caught up with the attraction. The lust and got caught up with the attachment. And it's got you going. And you can't slow down. AJ, thank you so much. You got has very true, off balance. Thank you. We got Kat joining us. Joseph, thank you for joining us. Smiling face joiner. The third thing that's so important to you when you're talking about romantic love, why it can get dangerous, there's a strangely involuntary filter or uncontrollable aspects to romantic love. You didn't know that. There's a filter in you that tells you that something's not right. Something is strange about this situation. But you're not listening to it because you're stubborn. You have allowed your ability to be diminished to think logically about what's happening to you. So you may not be able to grasp the irrational dynamics that you might be going through of your inordinate passion. Regretfully, the emotionally and lustfully, come on, that word, charge, attraction, you remember that, might well oppose your no longer accessible, better judgment, that's what that is, and not at all reflecting your basic values. Strangely involuntary, uncontrollable aspects of romantic love. The next thing It could be that when you speak to or even think about the person you're in love with, your feelings become uneasy, and you become nervous. Even when there's no one on earth you'd rather be with, you still can be nervous inside. You know what this can produce? Stress. High stress. Next is your ability to think loosely is compromised. When you are full of romantic feeling, ideally love should involve emotions and reason. The two comes together in a manner that makes rational sense. But your rational facility can be swept away when enormous feelings take over. Don't get swept away. Don't get caught up. The next focus is, see, romantic love can become dangerous when it becomes threatening or undermine your integrity. If your self-acceptance is limited, inflicted with notions, real or not, that's your motion, not emotion, your motion of not being good enough. You hide from your partner whatever qualities, and you associate. You remember that word associate, which is that beginning, the lust stage, that first tier, with personal weakness and inadequacies. Unwilling to risk criticism or rejection. You edit yourself. When people say you sent your representative to represent you because you're trying to edit yourself, because it's dangerous. Romantic love can be dangerous because you've been told that. You have seen people fail at it. So you're not comfortable with really showing yourself. You're more comfortable with sending your representative. Let my representative work my way through this, work his way then, and come back and we'll talk about it. Trusting someone is never without danger. In romantic relationship, when you're overconfident about your partner's unconditional acceptance, you're likely bare your soul to them. Taking risks, taking risks you probably won't take with anybody else because you're on your guard. See, you can extend your trust in that person, in that relationship. And a lot of times it's end badly because you were premature in your decision. You placed too much confidence in those people or that person, all they can do is come back and hunt you. Be very careful. Closely relate to the above. That is, if the relationship is cut short, you likely become more cynical, skeptical, increased skepticism. You're always on a protection mode. You always have a guard up. So you have to be careful about trusting people. Number 9 in this section, we got 9 and 10. In romantic relationships, it's normal to become preoccupied with your love object. Are you right now preoccupied with the love object? See, your hopes, dreams, and fears can be so absorbing. Just think about it. So absorbing that you might not be able to adequately attend to others' responsibilities and commitment. It could be your studies, be your vocation, and other important relationships and pursuits. Let's not get caught up in making sure your romantic relationship is more important than your personal and professional welfare, because it will perish. It will perish. And the last note we have here is, as pertaining specifically to single women, Bella DiPaolo referred to several studies on the subject, reporting that the career aspiration of many women end up taking backseat to all consuming romantic relationship. Seduction by extraordinary high experience during courtship. You may end up postponing the things that you should be doing. Because you're in a pre-romantic plan. You're in that plan, the beginning of it. You're later going to regret it. All for love mentality. That's so distracted from what you need to do. That's a form that distracts you. All for love. That makes you to forget about priorities. It creates doubts. You'll doubt your own experience just because you're trying to please someone else. This is WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, the host of The Love Cafe. Today is How Can Love Be Dangerous is our title. We're focusing on several things that give you an idea of it. So the last pretty much 2-3 more things that I want to touch bases on, and that is, what are the dangers of being in love? Being in love is a beautiful and transformative experience that can bring immense joy and happiness. to our everyday lives. It has the power to make us feel alive, inspire us, and create deep connection with others. But also you have to keep in mind there are several things that is tied in as positive risks and negative risks. First of all, suspension of rational judgment and logic happens as a danger of being in love. There's a suspense of it. It's Pi Epsilon Sigma 1914. Thank you, my brothers, for joining us. That's Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. If I'm not mistaken, maybe the Walker, Jasper, Birmingham chapter, Jefferson County chapter. Give a shout out to your brothers. Joe and Gales, thank you. Thank you for joining us. When we're talking about positive and negative spins or potential risks and effects on you and your lives in a relationship because the dangers of love, for suspension of rational judgment and logic. That hits some people on the head, don't it? See, one of the most significant danger of being in love is its ability to suspend rational judgment and logic. See, love has a way of clouding our minds, making us overlook warning signs and red flags that would be apparent to us in any other situation. Find us brushing off unhealthy behavior. Find us making excuses for our partner's action. When people show themselves, believe what you see. Don't get in and call, well, I'm going to give them a second time. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. That is a major, major error in a decision that creates judgment and affects your logic. See, you have to remember that when you brush off unhealthy behavior and make excuses for our partners, simply because you're overwhelmed by the emotions we feel. Remember what emotional well-beings are. It's feelings. See, the suspension of logic can greatly influence our decision-making process. The suspension of logic. See, we might take impulsive and risk choices that we wouldn't otherwise make or do, solely based on the strength of our feeling. It's crucial to recognize that allowing emotions to drive our decisions can have some serious consequences for our overall well-being. Emotional vulnerability. See, when we enter into a romantic relationship, we open ourselves up to emotional vulnerability. See, love has the power to enhance our emotional state, but with it comes the risk of hurt and heartaches. The deeper our love, the more profound the potential pain. A broken heart can significantly impact our mental well-being. Rejection and heartache can lead to the feeling of sadness, anxiety, and even depression. Think about that. So it's important to take care of our emotional well-being and seek support when needed to navigate the challenges that love presents. the loss of independency, and individuality in the thrust of love. It's not uncommon to lose sight of our individuality and our independence. But always remember, relationships are about interdependence. See, we may become overly relevant on our partner, sacrificing personal goals and aspirations to accommodate the needs and desires of our relationship. Over-reliance can lead to codependence, a harmful dynamic where both partners become excessively dependent on each other for emotional fulfillment. And codependency can limit personal growth and autonomy, hindering our ability to thrive as individuals. So it's essential to strike a balance between being in loving relationship and maintaining a sense of ourselves. Jealousy and possessiveness. Love can bring forth feelings of jealousy and possessiveness, insecurity, and the fear of losing our partner can lead to unhealthy behavior, such as stalking, constant monitoring, or attempting to control their action. See, these behaviors can not only strain the relationship, but also restrict personal freedoms and autonomy. See, healthy relationships are built on trust, respect, and open communication. If you're having these challenges where you identify there's some people that in your life, it might be your mate, gonna be your partner, your spouse, that need to address and work on the feelings of jealousy and possessiveness, because it's not healthy. But you need to work on it in a healthy and a constructive manner. Seek support and professional guidance can be beneficial in navigating these complex emotions. Dysfunction in relationship. See, while love has the power to bring people together, it doesn't guarantee a perfect match. We're imperfect people. We can do perfect things, imperfect people. Incompatibility can arise in the term of values, interests, and life goals, leading to conflict and potential abuse within a relationship. It's important to recognize when a relationship is unhealthy or toxic and take appropriate action or steps to address this situation. We must work hard to maintain a healthy relationship or have healthy boundaries in the relationship. Open communication, mutual respect are essential components of a functioning relationship. It's crucial to prioritize our own well-being, safety when faced with dysfunctional dynamics. Physical and mental risk, being in love, can take a toll on physical and mental health. The intense emotion associated with love can lead to frequent mood swing and emotional turmoil. The stress and anxiety that often accompany love can have detrimental effect on our overall well-being. Here we come with toxicity. We're in a toxic relationship. It can exacerbate to negative effect. So it's important to prioritize self-care, seek support from loved ones or profession. Prioritize our mental and emotional health when navigating the potential harm or the hazard of love. In conclusion, as it relates to those things that we should be able to recognize as risk and negative consequences, see why being in love can bring immense joy and fulfillment to our lives. It's crucial to acknowledge and understand that potential dangers and risks that come with it, from emotional vulnerability and the loss of dependency or independency, jealousies, and possessiveness. Being in love can present significant challenges. And the last thing we want to touch on, two things really: how to recognize when love becomes dangerous. While love is fundamental and enriching part of our life, it's important to recognize when it takes on a dangerous form. By understanding the various type of harmful love, you can move more informed, or you can make more informed choices in your relationship. If you want a successful relationship, you need to make sure you can recognize when love becomes dangerous. Prioritizing self-awareness, setting healthy boundaries, and seeking balance to ensure that love remains positive in relationship. A mindful approach to love can protect your emotional health and foster healthier connection. How can love be dangerous? Love can be dangerous when it leads to emotion dependency, excessive behavior, impaired judgment, potential resulting in unhealthy relationship and personal distress. Emotional dependency is one of the primary dangers of love. So when individuals become overly reliant on their partners for happiness, they may negate their own needs and identity. Excessive behavior, love can also manifest in obsession, where intense feelings lead to controlling and possessive behavior. Impaired judgment. Being in love can cloud judgment, causes individuals to overlook red flags, healthy behaviors in their partner. The phrase love is blind. It catches a phenomenon. Anxiety and emotional distress, the fear of abandonment and rejection can turn love into a source of anxiety. See, individuals may find themselves constantly worried about their partner's feelings and the stability of the relationship, leading to emotional stress or distress and the mental exhaustion. loss of independence, the throw-ups of love. See, individuals may sacrifice their personal goals and aspirations to accommodate their partner's need. That's the loss of independence. It leads to a feeling of resentment. Barb, thank you for joining. Patricia Williams, thank you for joining. Juliet, thank you for jumping in here. Dusty, thank you. Candy Ray, thank you so much. Heather, thank you for jumping in here. So you're talking about the loss of independence. It leads to that feeling of resentment and frustration. See, as one partner may feel trapped and unfulfilling in a relationship. And finally, or in conclusion, while love can be beautiful and transformative experience, it is essential to recognize its potential dangers. By being aware of the risks associated with emotional dependency, excessive behavior, impaired judgment, and anxiety, individuals can navigate the relationship more wisely, setting healthy boundaries, prioritizing well-being are crucial steps in ensuring the love remains a positive force in one's lives. How can love be dangerous? Hopefully we shared enough information or some information that will put you in the right track. You hit those like buttons. You see some people came on and then hit the like button. Hit the like button. Again, this is WVSW Radio, the internet station. We're number one. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, excited to come as the host of the Love Cafe. Today's show is How Can Love Be Dangerous? We shared several things. Prioritize yourself. Please prioritize yourself. Self-care. Self-awareness, self-assess yourself. When you do that and understand yourself, you can find that emotional connection in a very successful relationship, a strong connection in a relationship when you allow yourself to know who you are. That puts you in a position to vet people before you go into a relationship. Because when you make the choice, you have to live with it. Can't blame the other person. Don't care what bill of good, the carpetbagger, whoever they were, you bought it. And you didn't bet. So make sure you do that. Love can be dangerous. Love can be blind. But it also can allow you an opportunity to experience successful well-being. It's allow you to experience the beauty and the transformative of it. Once you're able to recognize potential dangers. Put forth the greatest effort. Sylvia F. Red 55. Send us 902 joining us. Thank you so much. Hit the like button since you joined us. Hit the like button. I'd like for you to do that. Again, we have Frida joining us. So truly is a blessing. Let's focus on tomorrow's show, which is coming up. We're about to wrap this one up. On tomorrow, we'll have the Our Voice. And we're going to just focus on building our boys, preparing our boys to really understand honor and integrity. So join us tomorrow, which will be a good chance. Our show will be at 4:30 tomorrow. We'll see you then. Take care of yourself. This is WVSW Radio, the number one internet station. I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. Glad to come before you as we get ready to close out, because it is an opportunity to close out. And we're going to close out with something that gets your feet just snapping on the floor, your hands clapping. And we tell you we love each and every one of you all from our heart. From our heart. So I ask you to be safe, take care of yourself. And it's all about being the best version of yourself. So please do that. And we will see you on tomorrow. And I want to say to you, I want to say to you, I love you, and ain't a thing you can do about it. Prioritize yourself, your self-care. Prioritize you being the best version of yourself so you can have an awesome relationship. We're going to say good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. I never met a man that I wanted to be his wife. And then he came along. It's unnatural to make a life.